there wasn't any trick to it or any secret to it. It's just a matter of getting after it. That's the problem, is people want to know what the secret is. The secret is you can't do it in a month.
But hard to actually get the muscle bulk on?
It was. The eating was probably the most difficult part.
Yep.
It wasn't the fun kind of eating either.
I read something like 5,000 calories a day.
That was at one stage. That was during the mass building.
The trainer, before we started the film, wanted to pack on about 10 pounds on me and muscle up. You know, you got to be able to lift people over your head and throw them around and fight blood-sucking vampires.
Exercising or trying to stay fit, I'm really just doing something that I love.
Today, we're going to be talking about 5 of the biggest celebrity transformations and really take a look at exactly how they did it. We've all seen those movies with our favorite actors and we think they know them, and then bam, they shock you with crazy results. Now, all 5 of these transformations are absolutely incredible, and in most cases, they actually looked pretty good before the transformation, and then they went and took their health and fitness to the next level. They really are starting to look like the action heroes from the comic books. First on our list, we are going to be covering Chris Pratt, who played Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy, and this has to be one of the biggest transformations of all. A couple years ago on Parks and Recreation, he was carrying around a little bit of extra weight. And then a few years goes by, he does Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he looks absolutely huge and shredded.
And eating properly and truly feeding yourself, not starving yourself, but giving yourself proper nutrition to heal. You have to burn off all the crap you've put in your body, and then you have to replace it with really good food and fuel.
Chris says that his transformation took him 8 months, and it took 8 months of consistency, working out every single day and eating well. He had a strict diet and it took a lot of sacrifice, meaning no alcohol or delicious foods.
Just takes a little bit of consistency, and time is going to go by just as fast whether you're doing it or not. So who do you want to be 8 months from now? And you have to be willing to sacrifice the things that you want. You have to trade things that are fun, like alcohol consumption, meals at restaurants.
He says that he only looked the way that he did in the movie for 24 hours, and even jokingly compared it to like growing an orchid, where you work hard for 6 months for one beautiful day to take that Instagram picture.
That blooms and dies on the same day, you know?
And when he's done playing his action heroes, he's gonna go back to eating pizza and fatty foods.
No, I eat plenty of fat. Yeah.
Next on our list is Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor, the God of Thunder. And I gotta say, he plays this part pretty well, especially with that accent. He looked great before, but he's done some serious bulking up.
This was, I always, once I'm done with Thor, want to get rid of that bulk and that size, because that just sort of screams that character.
Chris says his transformation took him 6 months and eating copious amounts of animal products and a strict workout schedule. And eating all that meat was hard on his body, and carrying around all that extra weight was just not natural to him.
It was. The workout was probably more difficult than the actual filming. It was, my body doesn't sit naturally at that weight, so it was consuming many calories and protein, being the main one, and working out 6-7 days a week.
Next on our list is Ryan Reynolds. Now I gotta say, we are a huge fan of Ryan, and we've been following him for a long time, but he has come a long way since his days as Van Wilder. And now he is looking bigger than ever in Deadpool.
Did I leave the stove on?
For Ryan's, it's something like 3.8% body fat.
When you gain like 7 or 8, 9 pounds of muscle, you look gigantic.
Right. So there's no way you're gaining 40 pounds of muscle. You'd be a third.
Yeah, not without like just pure dragon blood.
And he was up at like 3 in the morning working out and eating cardboard, and it was pretty amazing.
Not a great diet, no.
Cardboard didn't sound like it tastes too good.
No, drywall is also awful.
Yeah.
But high in protein. Eating drywall and wood chips. Mostly.
Once again, Ryan says that he worked out for months for the role, eating a very strict diet of boring food that did not taste good at all. And when his movie's almost finished, about 5 days out, he goes back to eating his regular foods and regular diet.
Literally like 5 days. When there's 5 days left of shooting, I just stop everything.
And one Sugar Mountain Supreme for the chubby bunny.
Excuse me, this isn't gonna work for me.
But this is what you always order.
Yeah, 10 years ago when I was a whale. I had sweets in 10 years, okay? Do you know what this would do to my stomach? I'll just enjoy this glass of water. I'm stuffed.
Next on our list is Henry Cavill, who plays Superman. Now I gotta say, he was looking huge for this role. And he says once again that he worked out like a maniac 4 months on a very strict diet. And he was consuming north of 5,000 calories a day while consuming lots of animal products for protein.
I read something like 5,000 calories a day.
That was at one stage. That was during the mass building. He said, whatever you do, don't undereat, but eat healthily.
Okay.
That's the important thing.
Okay,
No, not sort of big, no. Just a lot of dedication, hard work.
After one particularly harsh leaning phase, I did a whole apple pie, a tub of ice cream, and an enormous pizza.
When it came to the leaning stuff, they had me primed and everything, and yes, they cut out a lot of carbs from my diet and to prep me for the shirtless scenes. The most difficult thing was just that it was over a 6-week period that we were staying lean. And so instead of it being just for one day, like bodybuilders do, and you stand under a nice light, you get a spray tan, I had to maintain that and still work long hours and still get up in the morning and train. And that was probably my least favorite thing. 100%, the training has been a journey of discovery, just like Superman's journey of discovery. Superman learned he could fly. I learned I could do all sorts of things in the gym which I never thought were possible. It's not just a physical thing, but a psychological thing as well.
Last on our list, but certainly not least, we have Jared Leto, who plays the Joker in Suicide Squad. He has been through a lot of body transformations for all kinds of different roles. He's really been up, down, and all around, and recently he is bulking up big time.
What do we have here?
Are you vegan?
I'm a chegan.
You're a chegan. What's a chegan? Do you eat cheese?
Is a cheating vegan.
Oh, a cheating vegan.
Like if I'm in Paris and I go to my favorite place in the world to get dessert, I'm not perfect. I succumb to this dessert they have called Calidor, and it's beautiful. But I do my best. And when you're traveling around the world, it's sometimes really hard. But yeah, that's the diet I prefer. Okay. And that I shoot for.
This is truly an awesome transformation because Jared is 44 and he really has no signs of slowing down. And when he's not acting, he actually stays in fantastic shape. He likes rock climbing and going outdoors and said he feels great living a plant-based lifestyle.
Exercising or trying to stay fit, I'm really just doing something that I love. And I think a great thing about nature too is, you get a chance to get some peace.
Avocados, tomatoes,
Vine ripened.
goji berries, good bread,
Slightly oversized crackers.
almond milk.
So after taking a look at all of these transformations, I think we can all agree that actors will go to huge lengths to get their amazing results. They have a lot of hard work and dedication, do a lot of bulking up, and then counting calories for shredding to get ready for the big role. All of this work and sacrifice just to look good for one movie, then they go back to their normal eating and then do it all over again when they need to. This process is very hard on the body, and unless you have a multi-million-dollar contract on the line, we wouldn't recommend it.
Pay me my money.
Another thing that we can take away from all these examples is that they are setting unrealistic standards and not practical for anybody to follow. And that the key to bulking up is to eating lots of lean foods. It's common for lots of bodybuilders to eat whole chicken breast, vegetables, and lots of rice. Eating mainly chicken, rice, and veg, that is so boring and very restrictive. And if we looked in all of our transformations, everyone pretty much complained about the boring food having no flavor at all. Nobody is enjoying this diet because you're using animal products, and when you use them, you have to be so restrictive. And truly the best way to stay lean but eating a ton of food and also keeping the flavor is a vegan, plant-based lifestyle.
But yeah, that's the diet I prefer.
And when you cut out the chicken breast from this meal, a whole new world of variety truly opens up. We can get all of our protein and nutrients the body needs from plant-based sources. Eating fruits, vegetables, rice, potatoes, these foods promote longevity and high energy. The benefits of cutting out the animal products like the chicken and foods like that, you can eat so much more of all the other kinds of foods because you don't have to be restrictive and you can eat all you want. Because once again, plant-based sources are exactly what we're looking for. High in energy, low in fat. We know this to be true because we have fully transformed our lives on the plant-based lifestyle. When we were eating animal products, that's when we struggled with our weight the most, and it's when we started eating vegan foods, the fruits, the vegetables, the rice, potatoes, we were able to maintain our weight with ease. And let's face it, we were never gonna diet. I think we tried that for like an afternoon one time. It was the worst experience of our lives. But now we actually eat more food than before, and we stay in great shape because the food that we eat now is healthy, skip on lunch, cut down calories. That was not gonna happen, and that's why living this plant-based lifestyle works for us so well, because we can always eat when we're hungry, and we're always eating until we're full. Jared Leto, living a plant-based lifestyle, he looks great all the time. Even Chris's brother, Liam Hemsworth, who is a vegan and looks absolutely great, is trying to convince his brother, Thor, to go vegan to help with his stomach issues. We used to get heartburn all the time after eating animal products, and since living a plant-based lifestyle, the heartburn is gone. And not only is going vegan healthy for our bodies, but it's obviously healthy for the animals, and it's great for the planet as well. So if you want to look your best 365 days out of the year while eating delicious foods, then the vegan lifestyle is definitely what you've been searching for. If you guys want to see more crazy celebrity body transformations, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, let us know what you think. Subscribe to the channel, guys, we're making videos all the time. Because the Sweet Specials live, Sweet Specials for the win.
But yeah, that's the diet I prefer.